Hey, how's it going? Entropy here today with another video. Today we're going to be talking about the VP Rewards update, and this is going to be part of a new segment called Pros and Cons, where I talk about my thoughts on game studios' game design and how it affects the player base and other stakeholders in this Vanguard community. So let's talk about the VP game. So firstly, they changed how much VP you get and the way you get it through rank fights. So before it was a flat 2,000, but now it's up to 3,000, and that sounds great, you know, straight on paper. But it's like you only get the 3,000 if you win. You only get 500 per damage dealt to your opponent if you lose, which means unless you deal 6 damage, then you won't get the 3,000 VP anyways. So why is this important? It means that VP farmers are gone. It just doesn't work anymore, because before, even if you lose, you get the same amount, right? So you don't have an incentive to actually even win other than rank points. Now there's just such a high discrepancy between winning and losing in terms of just VP, and we know how important VP is to our gameplay. So the goodbye VP farmers and goodbye Psyqualia banner to those who are just starting to come in. And then next, okay, so now that we say, okay, it's a bad thing, right? Like VP farmers are gone, but let's compare the before and after, and why I honestly think it's actually better for the player base, right? So if you look at it, it's a lot more complicated now in the after side, but your reward per VP ratio actually improved, right? Like before, you used to get the premium coins at 65, but now you get it at 60. And then you didn't used to get gacha tickets until you hit 100, but now you get them at 70, right? And then if you look at it, right, like, okay, yes, on the before side you get like 17 packs plus one per 100, but now instead you can get up to 26 packs only, right? Like, that's a static number, but to be fair, if you're not VP farming anyways, it's really hard to get to that part at that to that level anyways, right? It's pretty ridiculous. Like, some people can't even get to the 10 packs in the first place. And speaking of the 10 packs, they reduced the requirements quite substantially, right? Like, it just means less grinding for the casual player who just wants to get a few games in here and there, but still wants to get packs out of it, so then they can still build newer decks, right? So I argue that yes, you lose the quote unquote infinite rewards, which is only feasible through VP farming, but at the same time, it brings a better player experience, and it's just easier to fulfill these rewards. Okay, so now that I argued that, like, the new global rewards scheme is better, let's compare to the JP scheme, because the JP player base apparently seems really content with the new changes, but as you can see, they don't get rewards. Their rewards get stopped at like half of what global is getting right now. They only get 6 packs instead of 26 packs, but yes, they get a triple rare guarantee. Now this is quite interesting, right? The triple rare guarantee, how substantial is it? The thing is, like, okay, 10 packs roughly equates to, you get 1 triple rare. You might get more than that, but on average it should be 10 to 1. But at the same time, like, you get more crafting materials and like maybe double rares or rares out of it, not just the triple rare, right? But through the triple rare guarantee pack, you only get 1 pack, and yes, it has a triple rare, but you're losing the crafting material. Also, while you can hoard as many packs as you want, you only get to hoard 3 triple rare guarantee packs at a time. And so that means, unless you want to spend it on a clan that's coming soon, you're gonna waste it. The triple rare guarantee, the little banner also has a more diluted pool of triple rares compared to the monthly banners. So is it a good thing? Is it a bad thing? It depends on if you're looking for that like guarantee, right? Like, but personally, I'd rather have the crafting material, because the crafting system isn't so bad after all. So overall, what does this mean? It means, a lower VP reward ratio, which means it's better for the casual player because it's easier for them to get the next reward. It means less farming for the better or worse. right? It means you can't hoard as many packs through VP farming. But it also incentivizes people to play, and if you do play, you get more VP compared to before. So that leads to a better ranked experience, because people are always arguing about how it's not competitive enough or people don't care enough. So here you go. We get actual games now. It's more competitive. People are more incentivized to win. You get more VP per game. So, I guess it's good on that end. But it's also harder to free-to-play decks. Like, as a free-to-play player, I am kind of confused myself about how I feel about this. I did go play a lot just to get these packs, but now that it's capped, it's going to be substantially harder. But in general, if you're a casual player and you just started out, you shouldn't worry too much, because it's just easier to reach those targets and get those 10 packs and the packs afterwards. And overall, I think it leads to a better player experience. In terms of how global will translate into the JP scheme in the near future, it might happen starting next month. Like, this month is just like a transition period, so we get used to the JP way of doing things. But we'll see how it goes. Personally, I prefer the things that Global are doing. Like, they're willing to at least give global players a transition period, which is pretty nice of them. So thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you have any thoughts about the new scheme, comment down below and let's discuss this. If you do like the video, please like, comment, subscribe. I really appreciate your support. And if you're new here, please check out my other videos. And that's basically it. I hope everything's good. And Entropy out. Bye.